Welcome to the Tunisian Crochet World podcast. My name is Barbara, a designer from Columbus, Ohio. This podcast will focus on Tunisian crochet, but I'll also have some crochet and knitting and some dyeing and hopefully some spinning. I'll be sharing all my crafts and everything that I love about crafts. I also have some sections that I'll be putting into the podcast that hopefully will share my knowledge with others and hopefully gain some knowledge from the knitting community and crochet community. The first one's going to be about me and why I love Tunisian crochet or knitting or crafts. That's where I'll have a lot of how-tos and some challenges. I'll also have my FOs. I'll have a segment called Yarn Utopia, which of course will be all about the beautiful yarns and where I get them. I love acrylic, so this podcast will have a lot of acrylic. It'll also have some wool, some indie dyers, hopefully some of my own hand spun, and some dyes. I'll have a special segment called Extra Spots, and that'll be about the weaving and some other crafts that I think is important for other people to know. And then I'll have a little bit about my blog and my shop, which is Blossom Bloom Yarns. As you can see, hopefully in the background, you can see my Blossom Bloom Yarns. I will be, like I said, focusing on Tunisian crochet, so I will have some videos. I'm going to do some product reviews, especially on the Clover's Tunisian interchangeable needles. And then I'm going to have a Tunisian challenge, where I'm going to show you how to do single crochet and match it with the simple stitch with Tunisian. And crochet can be just like crochet. It's that simple. And hopefully you'll see the difference between the two. This clip is going to be about my Tunisian challenge. The Tunisian challenge is to show you crochet versus Tunisian crochet. You'll start off with a simple stitch in Tunisian and match up with single crochet. And we'll have a swatch of each. And then we will do extended Tunisian crochet and double crochet. And then I'll show you how to do some ribbing. 1x1 and 2x2 ribbing. And then we'll challenge you guys to put up your Tunisian swatches and see how far you get. Okay, on Project Talk, I'm going to talk about the Tunisian interchangeable needles. These needles are just like the interchangeable needles that you get for crochet, for knitting, but they're crochet. They come in beautiful colors. They have all the little cords and the locks and the little tools that's needed. These are the interchangeable Clover's Tunisian crochet hooks. They come in all sizes. They're called Dreams. They work really nice and there's no drag to them. And as you can see, they come in all sizes. This kit has 8 of them. And it's size E, G, 7, H, I, J, K, and L. All the cords come in as 24, 32, and 40. So it comes in a good set. I really like this set. Hopefully you'll like it too. It's a lot easier than having to deal with the flat metals, which I do have a variety of those too. I also have a nice bamboo one that has a stop cord on it, which I like. Hopefully you can see that. And those are super, super nice. You'll have to give it a try. See what you like. It's a lot easier for the larger projects to have the cords. You can do it on straight. There's no problem with straight. You can do that. But a cord is always good for when you have a shawl or a bigger project. The next segment I'm going to talk about is my FOs. And the first one I'm going to show you is my Play with Collar Tunisian asymmetric shawl. And it's made with 2 sweet rolls from Premier Yarns. The first one is lavender and the other one is birthday cake. And then I added a little bit more pink in the middle because I wanted it to be balanced between the 2 balls. And this begins out with a simple Tunisian stitch. All I did was an increase one simple increase here, and it made this really nice border, almost like an eyelet border. Then I continued on till I got to my lacy section, and this is a stitch that I will teach you. It also comes in a pattern, and as you can see, it's lacy. So see, Tuscanian does not have to be always thick. It can be flowy and drapey. And then I continued on with my simple stitch, and then I closed it up with a cast off, and then I did a really nice single crochet into the last set so that it didn't show any holes. And this pattern is available for download. Again, it's called Play with Color, my Tuscanian shawl, and it's on Ravelry. And my intro showed all the websites of where you can find me. Another one of my FOs is a crochet project. And this is my mandala beret, and it's crocheted. And it's got a mandala pattern on the top, and then it's got a single crochet band, and it has a picot bind off. This pattern will be written up in the next couple weeks, so probably at the end of January it'll be available for download. And that's one of my crochet ones. I really like this pattern. It turned out really nice. And then one of my knitting FOs is this real cute cow. And it's like it's got little dinky windows with all the colors in it. I really, really love this. This is going to be one of my challenges. I want to take this knitting pattern and convert it into Tuscanian crochet. This pattern is really, really cool how it slips these stitches up and makes these columns. I want to be able to do that with Tuscanian crochet and change the colors. So that's my challenge, Tuscanian challenge. So I'm hoping to have that done too by the end of January. So look for this space to see these two patterns. It's called Moody. Darn it, I forgot what it was. Hold on. Moody Mosaic. And it's I Love Yarns, and it's at Hobby Lobby. And just love it. It's 252 yards a ball. And I really do love this yarn. And I'm holding the label up wrong. Sorry. And I'm using a double-ended Tuscanian crochet hook. And this is probably, I'd say a 4 to 5 millimeter. Now, the next section I'm going to do is show you a swatch for my future projects. And this is my color work swatch. And this is going to be hopefully a waistcoat. And I like to be able to carry this pattern all the way up. The arms are going to be solid gray, and the whole coat is going to be in this color, and it's going to have a circular yoke, and it's all going to be in the dark gray. And both of these yarns, these colors, are out of the Cannon 1-pound ball. Now this is made to be thick, because I want it to be thick. But the stranded color work is beautiful in Tuscanian. It just gives a whole dimension. The thickness is tremendous there. That's what it's meant to be used for. It can be used for light sweaters and other patterns too, but you got to use thinner yarn and a smaller hook. And this swatch was done on a 5 millimeter. That'll be my future project, so hopefully you'll want to learn how to do stranded. I'll try to put up a little video when I'm starting to make this. I'll put up a little video of how I'm doing it, and maybe you guys will want to crochet along with me. Are going to be some videos of our Tuscanian crochet challenge. Like I said, I'm going to do the Tuscanian simple stitch and a single stitch crochet swatch and show you how to do that. And then I'm challenging you guys to figure out how to do ribbing in Tuscanian crochet. It only consists of 2 stitches, Tuscanian simple stitch and Tuscanian purl. And you can see it really makes really nice fabric. And this is on my hand-dyed yarn. It's my Emerald Parkway. really, really pretty. I love that color. And this was done also on 5mm, and this is sport weight. It's not real thick, but it's really nice fabric. It gives a lot of details. You can see the ribbing has, in fact, just like the knitting does, how the knitting has a groove, it has a pattern, so does Tuscanian. So, I challenge you to show me your swatches and see what we can do. So this is your challenge. Welcome to the Tunisian Crochet World Tunisian Challenge. I'm going to show you how to do our single crochet using a 5mm hook and our Tunisian simple stitch in a 5mm hook. This is our challenge to show you how simple both of these stitches are. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our yarn, which is Red Heart, and this is our Baby Sport in the Gumdrop. See the colors and the glitter? And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our single crochet challenge. So the first thing we're going to do, make a slip stitch, and we're going to do what we normally do, and we're going to single crochet. Now we're going to single crochet the amount of chains that we want the length of our swatch to be. So I'm just going to crochet a little bit and show you if I can do this with the camera in front of me. And now the first thing we do when we go to do single crochet is we're going to go into this spot, insert our hook, yarn over, wrap around, pull through. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Now we're going to continue that to the end. Yarn over. Now we're going to get to the end. And that's the first row of a single crochet. And of course we would chain one to go to the next round and turn our work. Now let me show the basic stitch, basic foundation stitch in Tuscanian simple stitch. And you'll see how similar it is. So I'm going to take my hook out. I'm going to lay this right there. Get a pair of scissors. Snip. And then we're going to do the same thing. Tuscanian simple stitch is done on a Tuscanian crochet hook. Looks similar to the regular crochet hook. We're going to chain the same amount of lengths that we want our swatch to be. So if it's 10 and you want it to be the length of 10, then you do 10. Now, with Tuscanian simple stitch, we're going to do the same process, except for we're just going to insert the hook, yarn over, pull up. Now we have 2 loops on the chain, on the hook. Now we're going to continue that to the end, because all of our loops are going to stay on our hook. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up. 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 Almost the same way the crochet stitch is. Now, this is usually called the forward pass. And what we're going to do next is the return pass. And it's almost the same as single. We're going to, you know how they crocheted 1 to go up? We're just going to go over, yarn over and pull through 1 stitch, basically a single stitch. Now we're going to yarn over and go through 2. Alright, sorry about that, the camera clicked off, but we finished our pass, and now again all we're going to do is go into our go under our bar and continue. We're going to pull up, insert, yarn over, pull up, insert, yarn over, pull up. Now, another possible way of messing up is if you go under both bars and yarn over and pull up, you're actually going to be decreasing. So you don't want to do that unless you want to decrease. But you can also skip a bar. A lot of people make a mistake and do that. And then what happens is your count is going to be off and your project is going to be going in and out at the end. So you want to count the bars and make sure you're working in the vertical bars. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, insert, yarn over, insert, yarn over. Coming to the end, make sure you go into both of the chains, yarn over, pull through. And then we're going to continue back. Simply yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and continue your work to the end. And you will see the pattern starting to take form. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the two side by side so you have a good comparison. So we're bringing our crochet back in. And this is your single crochet swatch. And then I worked ahead and got a little swatch going for our Tuscanian. And it is still on our needles. And we're going to lay it side by side. And you can see it's the same height, same gauge. Let me scoot this over so we can get in frame. And it has a really unique look to it. It's almost like woven. But as you can see, we're pretty close on gauge too. So that's it. That's all you need to do for our Tuscanian challenge. Single crochet versus Tuscanian simple stitch. See you later, and thanks for watching. Keep on hooking, and I'll see you in my regular podcast. Bye for now. Continue with your yarn over, pull through 2. That is done all the way to the end. And as you see, now we have all these little vertical bars. Those will now be our stitches that we work into. Instead of working into chains, we're going to work into the vertical bars. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert the hook underneath the bar, yarn over, pull up, insert under the bar, yarn over, pull up, insert under the bar, yarn over, pull up, insert under the bar, yarn over, pull up, insert, yarn over, pull up, insert, yarn over, pull up. Now when you get to the end, if you turn your work slightly, you'll see that chain right there. That chain format, we need to go under both of those loops. If you don't, you will have a hole. So yarn over, pull up. Now we're going to simply do the same thing. Yarn over, pull through 1 stitch, yarn over, pull through 2. This is called our return pass. Continue to do that, yarn over, pull over. Now if you only do, let's say you make a mistake and you do pull through too many, you're going to see that V right there. You're going to see all these bars slanting. You don't want that. So just back up. You want to have 1 single bar each time. So yarn over. Now the last thing I want to talk to you about is the finishing. As you can see, these have lots of holes right there here. This last row is really loose. Now what I like to do is I just like to fasten off and just yarn over and pull through just like you would in single crochet. I usually do a big tail because what I do is then I take this yarn and I weave it back through here, back through all these loops to try to fill in, and I do it 2 times so you get this same woven line, and then that makes a cleaner one. A lot of people will do 1 line and then what they'll do is they'll single crochet in the top of this all the way across. But I think the weaving part does a really good job because that gives you, it fills in the gaps, and it also leaves you enough so that if you had to connect this to something else, you would be able to use the chains to connect that piece and still have the lines through there and not have any gaping holes. But I'll have to do another video later on finishing and show you different versions of how to finish your swatches and your products, especially when we start doing garments. You'll want to see. But that's all I need to show you, and I just want to thank you for watching, and like I said, keep on hooking, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for watching, and I can't wait to see all your guys' swatches, your challenge swatches. And like I said, I will put up a Ravelry post so you can put those in. And till next time, keep on hooking. Bye.